McQueen's tail. Alrighty, let's grab our pencil here and let's start with drawing the truck since he's in the truck. Alright, so we're gonna have the front face of the trunk here, then the hood, bumper there, goes back deep. We can't see the top of it though, so I'm gonna do that direction actually. All right, we might end up going taller. And then having that go wider, like that. Yeah, I like that. I like it being taller. Okay, like that. All right, hello, Maria. All righty, so we're gonna get the truck squared away first before we draw McQueen. Since he's in the truck, I want to make sure I have the truck correct. It's got just a slight backwards tilt here. Connect those corners. There we go. There we go. The cat dragon. Oh, nice. You can have a whole series of cat dragons then. My day's been pretty good. It's been mostly a lot of crocheting, a little bit of tidying up. My stomach's been upset today, but I know what caused it. I made a poor choice at breakfast time. So that's that. So all right. And then I'm going to modify his truck a little bit. Yeah, it was the peanut butter honey Cheerio thing. I couldn't resist. I did have something else first for breakfast, and then I ate that, but I think it was still too soon. My stomach tends to be really sensitive in the morning. So I think tomorrow I just need to wait till like lunch or midday to eat that. So I think that's what I need to do. Okay, and then it goes like this, around the wheel. Sure, you can ask me a question. Can't guarantee I'm going to answer it, but you can always ask. I can't stop you from asking. Here we go. There's that. And then we've got the grill here. A Glock with a drum, like a musical instrument type drum. I generally don't draw weapons simply because as an elementary school teacher, that's something I tell the kids that is a district policy, is that we can't draw guns or weapons. And I tell them I can't draw it either. I mean, I can in my personal life, but I'm actually, for guns, I'm actually more of a fan of revolvers, like the old type you'd see in a Western. There's that. I haven't drawn musical instruments in quite a while. Hi, Echo. They just had their snack, so they're kind of circling me like sharks right now. And I can draw you a drum, but hello, Bernard and Macy. But I really don't want to draw a gun, I'll be honest. But I appreciate that you asked instead of just like demanding. Thank you. I mean, I try to stick to things. Just because if any of my students happen to stumble upon this, I just, I want to be making a good role model example for them. So Hi, Katydid. She's joined us. You coming to see what vibes I've got, or you coming to steal my water? So what we're drawing is the truck here. I know it's open down here, and I drew a line straight across, I realized after. So we're going to change it so it's just like a window and have him up here. Looking at this, I think I've drawn this before, actually. I think I've drawn him in this truck before. And I think I'm going to use the brush end of my marker to do, I might make this into a menu right here. Okay, and then the rest of the details I will do with my pointillism, the tapping. But I think I'm going to do, for the car's main color, I'm going to do the brush. So we have a texture difference. Not many of these in the series have had the brush used on them. This will be only the third out of, I think, 16. Sorry, you're going to see my hand wobbling back and forth. I need to get rid of the graphite before we lay down any ink. I don't like it when the graphite gets trapped underneath and then you can see it through. And then I was thinking if I do the calendar, I would put Flanoy and his taco truck on May for like Cinco de Mayo type thing. Okay, so now we're going to sketch out Flanoy. Put his head there and his body. Let's see. There we go. His head's going to be like that. So I'm going to start with the nose, the bridge, the eyes, and then we'll go back and ink this in a moment. I just kind of wanted to get him placed. Like that. I've got an ear. I have an ear here, an ear here. And then his body. And then he's got a collar on with a tag, which I might actually make the tag look like a taco. Like a taco. I'm in the picture, I think it's a heart that says Flanoy, but I think I might make it a taco. Okay, but now we're going to go back to choosing colors now for the truck. So let's get out our testing paper. Hold on, let me find it. Where did the testing paper go? I just had it out. Oh, it's right here beside me. One of them. I know I have two. Katie, what did you do with the other one? This one's getting kind of full. All right. I don't know if that's right for the truck, but it might need to go a bit darker. So that's 452. This is 493. Oh, that's actually really nice. Okay, we're going to go with 493 for the truck. And then we need a dark blue for its trim. Yeah, that's good. All right. And then we're going to need the near black. We're going to need a yellow. So I'm using Tombow dual brush markers. Most of the time I use the fine point end and I tap it with lots of dots. But for his truck, for the base, I'm going to be using the brush. So for the yellow, there's yellow there. There's yellow right inside of this circle. There we go. And a single yellow line, nice and thin from there. Okay. And then there's yellow tracing along the inside of this. A simple pleasure you always appreciate. Chocolate. I don't ever put the stickers up for you guys to see because I've been told it goes right in the middle of the screen. And then you guys can't actually see what I'm doing, which kind of defeats the whole purpose. I think there's a way I've been told that I can drag and move the sticker. But I would rather have my hands focused on what I'm actually doing. Not playing with silly stickers. Okay. There's that. And then there's yellow right along this line here. So I'm going to stick for his truck to like 99% true color. I might change a few things. But for the most part, we're going to be sticking with the actual truck. Okay. So that's the yellow part. There's also a bit of gray. So let me choose a gray here. I think I kind of want to go with this blue-gray. Yes, I do. There's blue-gray that goes around this circle. And around, sorry, I'm blocking you. Just a sec, I'll move this circle. This is that color. So are you gonna, Maddie, make your fire cat a brown tabby? What colors did you use for your water cat? Because if you're doing realistic colors, well, I mean, you guys, suppose you could have done a Russian blue. They're kind of a bluish gray. That. Okay, inside of here, move that bit of. Okay. And there's grill lines here on this part. There's 5 in the picture, but I only had room for 4. And then there's a small red, there's gonna be red inside of this in a moment. Okay, put that back. We're not gonna need that again. All right. Now to do, okay. I mean, that's still good. I didn't know if you were going to go the realistic route or if you were going to go more the fantasy route with your colors. Aunt Katie has one of her crinkle babies in her cardboard box over there, and she is in destruction mode. She did spend the last, like, hour and a half outside, but she was mostly napping in the sun. So now she's solar charged and rested and ready for chaos. Plus, it's almost dinner time, so, you know. We don't want the blue and green to touch too much, because then, or the blue and yellow, because then they'll make a green, and I don't want green on this truck. So we're going to be very careful in between here. There we go. Then we'll have to figure out what to do behind him. Maybe I'll do a bunch of floating tacos. Maybe I'll go look on his Taco Tuesday posts and see the kinds of things he sells from his taco truck. Kind of like we did a bunch of collage of things for Gonzo and his background. We could do that for Flanoy. Maybe I could put Taco Tuesday up here. That would be cute. Feels so weird using the brush. It's so rare I get the brush out, other than to test colors. It's okay that it leaked over a little bit like that. That side will end up being blue too. Okay, get this real quick in between. Found an interesting show though today. A documentary on the history of Barney. How it was made, the hate it garnered, the controversy it... Hello! We are currently working on Flanoy's truck. We have not started Flanoy too much yet himself. But yeah, I mean, I knew people didn't like Barney, but I didn't realize how much, because when I was a kid, it was like the thing for kids to watch. My brother grew up with Blue's Clues. But for me, it was Barney, and I don't know. People just like to hate things, I guess. I mean, I'm not necessarily a fan of him now. I'm an adult, but, you know, it's more of a nostalgia thing. There we go. Very careful around the yellow edges so we don't create any green. Okay. See, that's one thing I don't like about the brush, those lines. That's why I don't do the brush very often. I don't like the lines that are formed. They bother me. Go around, because that's going to be a different color in there. But yeah, otherwise today I just kind of did a little bit of chores. I did take a nap. I did crochet 6 pickles. So I did do that. I do like how his truck is turning out, though. I hope you guys like it, too. Oh, thank you. It's nice to meet you. Yeah, I'm pretty sure if I look back in my book, I would find this exact same photo I did of Flanoy a few years ago. But then I did his whole truck with pointillism. So I thought we'd try something different this time. Okay, last place I need to use this blue is on the hood. Hello, Olivia. You were the one making the dragon puppets. Maddie's now doing a series of dragon cats. She's done water and earth, and now she's working on fire. Nice. So what are you going to make now that you're done with your dragons? Whew. Okay. we need to go to the darker blue. Oh, you're going to make another dragon? Nice. Hello, Dina. Okay, I'm going to put a little bit of this dark blue over here. And then we need to put the dark blue in here very carefully around the gray circle. Thank you. I'm glad my art can bring some happiness to some people. I did email the gallery today to set up a time to look at what spaces they have available to rent on what dates and what the costs are. So I'm hoping to share that information with you maybe soon. It'll probably be, I'll get to see his stuff next week. So, I mean, mixed media is fine. You can do mixed media. I'm doing mixed media. I used a Sharpie pen. That's what I used to outline, was with this Sharpie pen, because I like that it stays fine point. These, because even if I use these to outline, because I'm tapping, it kind of flattens their tip, so it doesn't make a nice crisp outline. Oh, nice. Well, hopefully you'll get there soon, Maddie. Just keep going with your art. No matter what anybody tells you, don't give up on. If you still have the passion for it, keep going. I don't know what I'm going to do with that space. Oh, that space is supposed to be black. Okay. Do I need the dark blue anywhere else? Yes, I do. Oh, and I actually need... I'll come back to that. In this grill. I have to go around all these grill lines. Oh, so very carefully. And today is that last day I have the 3-day PD on Zoom. So at normally I go until 6, but it starts at 6 and I do have to give Katie her medication also at 6. So I'm probably going to leave at 57 or 58. That way I can real quick get her food and her medication ready while the Zoom is loading. And then tomorrow I'm hanging out with a friend. I might be able to do Saturday. It depends on how tired I get from the farmer's market. You're awesome, Maddie. A lot of times when I go to find you guys afterwards, since I don't know where to find the list of the chat we have during the actual live video, a lot of times I can't find you guys. I want to subscribe back, but I can't find you. So sometimes YouTube is not always my friend. Okay. I'm not really happy with how these aren't clean lines. I'll probably go back later sometime with a ruler and fix it. I'll do something about that later. Okay. Next, I need a pinkish. This will work for inside of the wheel here. It's the only place we really have the pink, I think. Okay. And then we're actually going to put this blue back in the box because we didn't use it. We need a red because there's just a titch of red right here and right here. Okay, put that red back. It's the only place I see really the red. And now we're gonna go with the bottom here. Okay, I was just looking at his photo for a sec. There we go. Nice. So does anybody else have any fun plans for tomorrow? I've convinced my dad to go on a bike ride again. We're going to explore a part of the trail that, well, I know he's never been on it, but I've never been on it. I've seen it when I bike to school, but I've never actually gone on it. So I'm excited about seeing where that goes, and I've convinced him to go with me. And we're gonna meet at 9:30 at the Culvers, because right by the Culvers there's a nice little spot to get on the trail. Culvers has a great spot. They have great planning for that. All right. Now, and then we're gonna both pack a picnic lunch. And then we're gonna see where it goes, and then eat and hang out for a bit, and then in the afternoon, my friend is gonna come over. I'm gonna cook us some chicken and rice. All right. Sure, you can ask a question. Like I told the other person, you can always ask a question. I can't guarantee I'm gonna answer, but you're always welcome to ask me questions. How's that? Oh, thank you, beautiful puppy and pet. There will be a cat in this taco truck eventually. I just wanted to finish the taco truck first. Okay. Now I need to choose the color for do you want me to draw? You can draw me if you know what I look like. I know the lettering is light gray and yellow, but since we already have a blue, the light gray won't show up and the yellow won't show up. So I'm thinking more of a turquoise for the wording on his truck is what I'm thinking. So let's play around with... Do you mean draw for me, Emma, or do you want to draw a picture of me? That's nice. Let's go with this one, see what this one looks like. That's too light. That's too blue. We're going to go with this one. All right. Hoping I don't run out of space. Oh, did you still have that question for me, Olivia? I didn't want to discourage you from asking a question. I just wanted to be honest that I... Hello, Emmeline. That's only slightly awkward over there. Oh, no. Yeah, I kind of messed up right here with the delicioso. All right, and then over here, we're going to have... L. Gato. And... No, you didn't. Can you see my comments? I can see this now. I can see it now. Oh, you could try and draw my cat. I do have pictures of her posted. Yeah, I can see your comments now, Olivia, but it says, last one I see from you is, can I ask you a question? There's other people. And then, can anyone see my comments? So if you posted a question, I did not see it after you asked. All right, yes, try again. I think I'll put a big fish taco right there. So, let's see what this golden looks like. I think it'll be okay. It's kind of greenish, but that's okay. Unless maybe, I don't know if what you're trying to ask me is something that YouTube is marking as something I shouldn't see. Otherwise, I'm not doing anything, and Lola's not here, so there's no one, as far as I know, interfering with your comment making. Because I see your comment, okay, I'll try again, but I still do not see a question if you have sent it to me. Okay, there's that. And then there's red and green stuff. With this green and this red again. You sent it. Now, okay, how did you send it to me? Did you send it to me like in the comments section? Or did you send it to me through like a message system on YouTube? How did you send it to me? Because if you're saying you posted it here in the comments down here for me, I don't see a question. If you're saying you sent it to me outside of YouTube, like in a direct message type thing, I can't see that while I'm going live, as far as I know. So then I would have to look at that later. Oh, yeah, you might have to break it up so it's not a big paragraph. Maybe, yeah. Maybe it's just too big for my YouTube to handle. All right, here's the fish in the fish taco. I see. So, okay, so you like to. Dang it, I sent it on accident. So I don't mean to laugh at you. There's the fish tail. Maybe we'll put a little fin on it. Like that. Alrighty. Fish. Yeah, I think Ellie's right. So you might have to send it like a sentence or two at a time, and then I'll respond to it. Let me know when you're done with the whole question. Kind of looks like a bowl of fish, but that's okay. Because I like the little fish taco on his truck. All right, is there anything else I want to add to the truck? Yes. To sub to people. I mean, if they come regularly, yes. If it's someone just randomly one time and they just kind of lurk and I never see them again, I usually don't. But if, you interact with me quite a bit and then I see you again and again, then yeah, I'll sub back. As long as what you're posting on YouTube isn't like inappropriate. Because if what you post on YouTube would be too inappropriate to show to an elementary classroom, then I generally avoid those. Yes. Yes, if you comment on, that's how a couple other people have managed to get it so I can find them. Like Lola did that. They commented on another video I made, usually the ones of Katie did. And then I was able to click on them from their link. Alrighty, I'm liking his truck. Feel like there should be something down there though, real quick. So I'm just gonna put some dots like that, like how we have up there. And then we're gonna put fish. Here. In his actual one, there's like I don't know, it looks like red lights, but we're gonna do fish. I'm taking some creative license with his truck. All right. And then I forgot, I actually need to make inside of here. Black. Oh, nice. That works. I will say I am more active on Blue Sky the most. As far as engagement wise, but all right, now let's work on Flanoy. We've got his truck done. I'm actually really happy with how his truck turned out. Blue Sky is kind of like Twitter. It came out when Twitter was shortly after it was taken over by Elon Musk as a way to be a less toxic place. And a lot of cats from Twitter migrated over to Blue Sky. Some remained on Twitter, though. So I do still post on Twitter. But I don't engage as much on Twitter. Yes, thank you, Ellie. I didn't want to say it, but you said it for me. Now the challenge of making matching eyes. Because we're not redoing the truck. Oh, that's not bad. Okay. So yeah, and I will say on both Blue Sky and Twitter, I mostly only engage with other cats. Occasionally other animals like dogs or lizards, because I do have a lizard. I don't get into the politics stuff. I just, there's enough of that in the world. I don't need it on my feed as well. Yeah, and there is a lot about Blue Sky that is very similar to the format of Twitter. So if you're able to work Twitter, you can work. All right, so for his tag, you guys, I'm going to leave it up to you. In the picture, it's a heart with his name. Should I have it be taco or fish shaped or leave it heart shaped? I don't know if I'm going to keep it gold because it kind of blends in with his tabbiness, his ginger fur. But what should I put for his tag here? A taco, a fish, a paw, a heart? What do you guys think? Echo sleeps upside down sometimes. A lot of times I think when his man bits get hot, he sleeps upside down to air it all out. A fish. Yeah, because I was worried it'd be too much fish, but we really only have 3 fish. Should I do just a fish or should I do a fish taco like this? Yes, that is true. A taco would blend. So yeah, I think we'll go with a fish. So I will draw. And I'll put his name on it later so the ink doesn't run. A dragonfly. I am still going to use that. Don't worry. I have it written down on one of my test papers. So, I mean, that's okay. It's a really cool idea. All right. Now to work on his gingerness. Hold on, I'm going to put these blues back. I'm going to put some of these colors back that I don't need anymore to keep them from getting all kerfuffled up with my main guys that I keep in my travel case. Let me double check that I don't need that gray. What are you? 52. Yeah, you go in here. All right, and then you were from in here. And I don't need this anymore. I don't need you anymore. Oh, shoot. Was that one of... No, it's not. That was the taco yellow. Okay. So I'll say, oh my gosh, you guys. All right, so I'm going to start with his eyes. His eyes are actually a different... Hold on, let me test this one. I think this one would be better for his eyes, honestly. I might blend 2 different types of greens here real quick. What time is it? Ooh, 42. Normally you guys get to see the cat and very little background happening, but today you guys got to see more of the background. Read your comment. Let's see, your last comment I saw from you, Emma, is, hold on, let me scroll back. I think it said hi. Yeah, my last comment I have from you was you said hello. Bit of this around his pupil. And I know you said you wanted to draw my cat. Oh, Echo can be a lap cat for like 10 minutes and then he gets hot. So then he gets up and walks off. He has a great internal heater, a furnace. He doesn't have a heater. He has a furnace, that man. So we really only can hang out for like so long before we get hot together. And then Katie also likes to chomp on me. I don't think I've posted it on YouTube, but maybe I will of her chewing on me. She's very oral, being blind. That's how she like sees the world, is through chomping it. So she doesn't break the skin. She just chomp, chomp, chomp. She's a chompy little lady. And that's her favorite game. Play whoop your butt. Oh, thank you, Emma. Yes. And then Emma, make sure you tag me so that way I can see it. Otherwise, I have a hard time finding people on YouTube. Even if I like try and search somebody, unless they're like huge. Oh, an ankle bite. See, Katie prefers my hands and my feet. If I have a sock on, I'll let her go to town on my foot. She likes to grab it, do a somersault, and then chomp, 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 get up, grab it, grab my ankle, do a somersault. A lot of times if she's got pent-up energy in the evening, she'll somersault and play with my foot. It's just her way of showing love. I think it's how she's kissing me back, because I give her kisses all the time. So that's my thought. Now I got to figure out what I'm going to do, what color I'm going to do behind. I might draw the line here for a horizon line. Oh, it's crooked. That bothers me. Let's try and save it. That's a bit better. I have to figure out what to put beneath him. I might end up putting grays, like it looked like he's on the road. And then I can't really do blue sky because he's blue truck, so I don't know what I'm going to do. Might do different grays for the background sky. Okay. Now we need to get ginger bits down, which means we need these two. I tell you their numbers, but I've worn it out from pulling them out so much. Hold on, let me take a good look at his picture. So yeah, tomorrow I'm doing the bike ride with my dad. And then my friend is coming over in the evening, so there will be no live drawing tomorrow unless I happen to do it randomly midday when I get home before my friend comes over. But I don't know if I will. And Saturday's 50-50. That would be nice. Though if I had more space, I know I would only fill it with more stuff, and I have enough stuff as it is. I don't need to buy more yarn. I keep telling myself because I already have yarn I need to use. But I just found out one of my coworkers, he's a fellow art teacher. He's great. He's having a baby in January. So I've got this speckled yarn here that I'm going to make a baby blanket out of for him. I've already used some of it before I found out to make these snakes. Oh, you're getting Tombow markers too? Oh, nice. See, before I used Tombow, I was using, I think it's called Arteza. And they have the brush in, but it actually has hairs, bristles. But they run out so fast. And you can't buy just like, with Tombow, you could like look up this number and buy just this one for a replacement. With the Arteza, you have to buy a whole nother kit of 100 to replace any. And it's like, well, I don't need 100. I just need like these 5 or 6 colors. So that's really annoying. So that was what kind of, that, and I kind of got tired of doing the brush stuff. And I discovered pointillism with my after-school art club a few years ago. We did a art history project. Dabo and Shobo. Ooh, I've never heard of them. I'll have to look into them. I'm always interested in finding out new things. New different types of art supplies. But I'm excited to hang out with my dad. I just hope my stomach behaves tomorrow. I will not eat any of the honey peanut butter Cheerios tomorrow morning. You are my accountability buddies. I will not, because then I will have a horrible stomach ache and I will have to pit stop of shame underneath every bridge. And I don't want to do that with my dad. It's been a few times I've been out for a run on that trail and nature calls and I've had to do a shameful squat under a bridge. Thankfully that was always when I would run in the early morning when it was still dark so no one saw. Thank you. What do you mean gift? What is this gifting, you guys? I've never heard of this. I am new to live. Educate me. Are people able to like send each other things watching a live video? Because I know there's some people I've seen that are doing live things that like people send them money and stuff. But I've never really understood. That always seemed like really weird sexual things type videos. And I was not interested in that. That's weird. Gift means you give stuff telling them you're an amazing and then you give it to other people. You like, oh, so they give me something and then I give it to them, like a passing of okay. Interesting. Where am I? Fire cat. The water cat is Splash. Well, there's Ember. There's Spark. What are some other fire themed name, you guys? Ember, Spark, Soot. Okay, but if they send me money, then I get to keep the money. Okay. Interesting. Well, she's talking about her fire cat right now, so I don't think Forest would work for a fire cat. Get back in there. Alrighty, now we need this one to do some shading. Ooh, Volcano. You could name them. You could even name them after Volcano. What color should his collar be, you guys? We haven't used green, really. I know I said this was green, but it didn't really come out as green. Maybe I'll make his collar green. Red? I could make it a bright red. I do have a bright red right here. Yeah, let's go with this. I don't know what his collar is in real life. And yeah, I think I'll make that a goldfish. Though if I make it a silverfish, it would match this. Unless I did a really light yellow. Let's see what... Get back in there. My lightest yellow looks to be... Whoa, my basket just fell over. Bad basket. You're not really the best basket for what the job you're doing anyway. That's very pale and light. And that might accent then these yellow things. And then when I write his name on it, it won't be too hard to see his name. Oh, I should. That would be cute. That's a good idea. Thank you. Alrighty, and then I'm going to do a dark gray behind him. Do I want to do 45 or 35? Or 55, I mean. Oh, let me look at 55. How dark is 55? I think I'm going to do 45. I'm kind of fond of my 45. I'm going to wait a minute for that to dry before we go in with the Sharpie pen because I don't want it to bleed. Then I think I'm going to put Taco Tuesday up on top. I think Soot. S-O-O-T, Soot. I think Soot would be a good name for a, well, Olivia likes Volcano. I like Soot. Or you could name it Lava. That's a volcano type name. Yeah, and I think she's talking about her fire one. Because she said Splash was the water one. And then what'd you name? And the earth dragon is called Flower. You could name the earth one after a type of tree, like aspen or oak. Unless you don't want it to be woodsy, if you want it to be more earthy themed. So Maddie says volcano. I say soot. Your choice. Unless anybody else wants to throw a name into the ring. I might do my bluish gray back here. And then a street. I don't know what I'm gonna do with the background, honestly. I don't know what I'm gonna do with behind Flanoy. Because I don't want it to be too bleh, but I don't want it to distract from. Okay, Ellie says Ember. Yes, Spark might be also good for a lightning one instead of a fire one if you do a lightning dragon cat. So maybe hold off on Spark for a different cat. And I just realized I never did post for you guys the finished. Did I post Maggie? I think I did post Maggie. I don't think I posted Maggie on. Did I post Maggie on Blue Sky? I think I did, actually. I was about to say, did I show you guys the finished Maggie? Well, Earth has a flower. Oh, okay. That makes sense. Ooh, and then maybe for like if you have spikes or whatever, you could make it like lava-y like. You've probably already drawn it though, so. Or maybe it likes to sleep in lava. Maybe it sleeps in the volcano. Your fire dragon could live in a volcano. See, we're going to make a whole world for you with your dragon cats. This is so much fun. Ooh, I've only got another minute or two till I have to go get the medication done. Unless you guys want to see that. You want to see me do the medication and pill for the cat? She's a good girl. Yeah, go ahead. All right, so I'm going to do a little bit right here. And I'm going to pause so we can do the cats. All right, hold on. I'm going to get their cans out just a second, then I'll move you guys. Their song's not playing, so they're going to be confused. Oh, that reminds me. I need to put in for a refill of Katie's prescription. Oh, here comes Echo. I say once they hear the can and the feeder opening up, Katie might be stuck in a spin cycle. We'll give her a second to. I'll do Echo's. Oh yeah, Echo, your guys' spoons are in the dishwasher. They got washed. Okay, and then I'll show you guys where they eat. Give me a second. Usually the song Hallelujah, the pentatonics version, is playing while I'm feeding them, and then I sing along with it, and Echo's always like, Mother, stop singing, it's so embarrassing. And Katie honestly doesn't care. She just cares that food is coming. Okay, so there's Echo's catered for dinner. You get kibble. Echo's not allowed to have kibble due to medical issues he's had before he came to live with me. Alrighty, Katie, can you take your pill on camera? You willing to do that, little lady? You've done it before. Alrighty. I'm going to tilt you guys like this. You'll probably see my feet. Oh, she's got to come sniff you. Hold on, I got to get something to hold it down. Echo's like, what are we doing? Alrighty, Katie Pillar. Now you got to be in front of the camera. They want to see you take your pill. So you pull the whiskers back. Open her mouth. In it goes. Rub her on the chin. Boop her nose. She swallowed it. She always gives herself a shake. All right, let's show them where you guys eat, huh? All right, Echo always gets his food first because he's the oldest. You eat up on the changing table, don't you? That way Sissy can't get to your food. His food triggers her seizures. Any adult cat food. And she eats here with this chip reader one. So I'll close it. Give it a sec, Kated. And then she can open it back up, lady. The arch will scan her. That way he can't eat her food because he can't eat kibble and he shouldn't be eating kitten food. Because she's on permanent kitten food. Hello, Connor. You're kind of late, but... So, yep, they've been fed. I'm going to keep working on Flanoy during my PD that I have to do. So I have to let you guys go. I will see you for sure on Sunday. Maybe Saturday. We will see how it goes. Alrighty? Have a fabulous day or night, whatever it is at your time. Make sure to get some sleep. Make sure to hydrate. And I will see you next time. Bye.